Join me as I dive deep into the challenges facing the Sahel and try to figure out what's really next for this region. The Sahel region, stretching across Africa, is a vibrant tapestry of diverse cultures, with over 100 million people calling it home, facing numerous challenges that threaten its very existence. Climate change is altering the delicate balance of the region's ecosystem, with rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns affecting agricultural productivity and food security. Security issues are also plaguing the Sahel, as militant groups and terrorist organizations exploit the power vacuum in some areas, spreading violence and fear among local communities. Economic instability is another major concern, with many countries in the region struggling to diversify their economies and create jobs for their growing youth populations. The combination of these factors has created a perfect storm of challenges that are pushing the Sahel to the brink of collapse. The impact of climate change is being felt across the region, from the parched fields of Mauritania to the flooded streets of Niger, with farmers struggling to adapt to the changing weather patterns and herders searching for new grazing lands for their animals. Security issues are also having a devastating impact on the region, with attacks on schools and hospitals becoming increasingly common, and many people forced to flee their homes in search of safety. Economic instability is exacerbating the situation, with high levels of unemployment and poverty creating a sense of desperation among many young people, who are turning to militant groups or migrating to other countries in search of a better life. The interconnectedness of these challenges is clear, as climate change exacerbates security issues, which in turn worsen economic instability, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break. The lives of people living in the Sahel are being severely affected, with many struggling to access basic necessities like food, water, and healthcare, and facing a constant threat of violence and insecurity. The international community is beginning to take notice of the crisis unfolding in the Sahel, with many organizations and countries pledging to provide support and assistance to the region. A pivotal moment in the Sahel's history is approaching, as international cooperation and innovative local initiatives offer a glimmer of hope for a better future. The African Union's initiative to create a regional security force to combat militant groups is a step in the right direction, while local organizations are working tirelessly to promote sustainable agriculture and provide education and job training to young people. The international community must also play its part, by providing financial and technical support to the region, and helping to address the root causes of the crisis, rather than just its symptoms. The key to unlocking a brighter future for the Sahel lies in a comprehensive approach that addresses all the challenges facing the region, from climate change to economic instability. By working together, we can create a more stable and prosperous future for the people of the Sahel, where they can live in peace and dignity, and reach their full potential. The time to act is now, and it requires a collective effort from governments, organizations, and individuals around the world. The challenges facing the Sahel are complex and multifaceted, but by understanding their interconnectedness and working together to address them, we can create a better future for the region. What are your thoughts on the Sahel's future, and what do you think can be done to support the people living there? Check out my other videos on related topics, and let's continue the conversation in the comments below. The Sahel region of Africa, a vast stretch of land that lies between the Sahara Desert to the north and the more fertile regions to the south, is currently facing a multitude of challenges that are deeply intertwined. Political instability has become a defining characteristic of the area, with various nations grappling with governance issues, insurgencies, and conflicts that disrupt daily life and hinder development. This instability is further exacerbated by the impacts of climate change, which have led to severe droughts, unpredictable rainfall, and desertification, threatening the livelihoods of millions who depend on agriculture and pastoralism. Economic hardship is another pressing issue, as many communities struggle with poverty and limited access to resources. Unemployment rates are high, and the lack of infrastructure makes it difficult for businesses to thrive. However, amidst these challenges, there is a glimmer of hope. The Sahel is rich in cultural diversity and natural resources, presenting opportunities for growth and development if harnessed effectively. In this video, we will delve deeper into the complexities of the Sahel's situation, exploring how political, environmental, and economic factors intersect. Understanding these challenges is crucial, not just for the people living in the region, but for the global community as well. By shedding light on the Sahel, we can foster a greater awareness of its potential for progress and the importance of collaborative efforts to create a brighter future for its inhabitants. Join us as we navigate through the intricacies of the Sahel and uncover the stories of resilience and hope that emerge from this remarkable region. Political instability. The Sahel region is grappling with significant political challenges that undermine the stability of its countries. Governance issues are rampant, with many nations struggling to establish effective leadership and maintain law and order. Corruption, lack of transparency, and weak institutions have led to widespread disillusionment among citizens, creating fertile ground for unrest. This instability is often exacerbated by conflicts, both internal and external, that further complicate the political landscape. One notable example of political unrest in the Sahel is the series of coups that have occurred in Mali. In 2020, a military coup ousted President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta amid widespread protests against corruption and insecurity. This event not only destabilized Mali but also had ripple effects throughout the region, as neighboring countries watched closely and faced their own governance challenges. Similarly, Burkina Faso has experienced political turmoil, with a coup in early 2022 reflecting the growing frustration over the government's inability to combat rising jihadist violence. International organizations play a crucial role in addressing these political instabilities. The United Nations, African Union, and Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, have all been involved in mediating conflicts and promoting dialogue among conflicting parties. These organizations aim to foster peace and stability through diplomatic efforts, peacekeeping missions, and support for democratic processes. However, the effectiveness of these interventions often hinges on the cooperation of local governments and the willingness of the international community to engage meaningfully in the region's complex political dynamics. Understanding these challenges is essential for anyone interested in the future of the Sahel. Climate change. Climate change is having a profound impact on the Sahel region, exacerbating existing environmental issues and creating new challenges for its inhabitants. One of the most pressing concerns is desertification, a process that transforms fertile land into desert, significantly reducing the area available for agriculture. As temperatures rise and rainfall patterns become increasingly erratic, the Sahel is experiencing more frequent and severe droughts. These changes not only threaten the natural ecosystem, but also put immense pressure on the livelihoods of millions who rely on farming and pastoralism. The implications for agriculture and food security in the Sahel are dire. With diminishing arable land and unpredictable weather, crop yields are declining, leading to food shortages and increased prices. This situation is particularly alarming in a region where many communities already face high levels of poverty and malnutrition. The combination of climate change and existing socio-economic challenges creates a precarious situation, making it essential to address these issues urgently. In response to these challenges, various initiatives are being implemented to combat climate change and promote sustainability in the Sahel. Programs aimed at reforestation, sustainable land management, and water conservation are gaining traction. Organizations and governments are working together to develop climate-resilient agricultural practices that can help communities adapt to changing conditions. Additionally, international partnerships are fostering knowledge sharing and resource mobilization to support local efforts. By focusing on sustainability and resilience, there is hope for a more secure future for the Sahel, even in the face of climate change. Economic hardship. The Sahel region is grappling with significant economic challenges that contribute to high levels of poverty and unemployment among its population. Many communities in the Sahel live on less than $1.90 a day, struggling to meet basic needs such as food, shelter, and healthcare. The lack of job opportunities exacerbates this situation, particularly among the youth, who represent a large portion of the population. With limited access to education and vocational training, many young people find themselves trapped in a cycle of poverty, leading to social unrest and migration in search of better prospects. External factors also play a crucial role in shaping the economic landscape of the Sahel. Global market fluctuations, particularly in commodity prices, can have a profound impact on local economies. For instance, the region is heavily reliant on agriculture, and changes in global demand for crops can lead to instability in income for farmers. Additionally, the effects of climate change can disrupt agricultural production, further complicating the economic situation. Despite these challenges, there are potential economic opportunities that could help transform the Sahel's future. The renewable energy sector, for example, holds promise for sustainable development. With abundant sunlight and wind resources, the region has the potential to harness clean energy, creating jobs and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Furthermore, investing in sustainable agricultural practices can enhance food security and boost local economies. By focusing on these opportunities, the Sahel can work towards a more resilient and prosperous future, overcoming the economic hardships that currently define the region. Opportunities for progress. Despite the numerous challenges facing the Sahel region, there are promising pathways for improvement that can lead to a brighter future. Several successful initiatives and programs have already made a positive impact on local communities. For instance, projects focused on sustainable agriculture have empowered farmers by providing training in climate-resilient practices, improving crop yields, and enhancing food security. Additionally, programs aimed at promoting education and vocational training have equipped young people with the skills needed to enter the workforce, reducing unemployment and fostering economic growth. Regional cooperation and partnerships are crucial for development in the Sahel. Collaborative efforts among neighboring countries can lead to shared resources, knowledge, and strategies that address common challenges. Organizations like the African Union and ECOWAS play a vital role in facilitating dialogue and cooperation, helping to create a unified approach to tackling issues such as security, climate change, and economic development. By working together, Sahelian countries can leverage their strengths and create a more stable and prosperous region. Encouraging innovative solutions and investments in key sectors is essential for driving progress. The renewable energy sector, for example, presents significant opportunities for job creation and sustainable development. Investments in solar and wind energy can not only provide electricity to underserved communities but also stimulate local economies. Furthermore, enhancing infrastructure, such as roads and communication networks, can facilitate trade and access to markets. By embracing innovation and fostering collaboration, the Sahel can unlock its potential and pave the way for a more resilient and thriving future. In this video, we have explored the multifaceted challenges facing the Sahel region, including political instability, climate change, and economic hardship. Political unrest, marked by coups and governance issues, has created an environment of uncertainty that hampers development. Climate change exacerbates existing environmental problems, leading to desertification and food insecurity, while economic hardship manifests in high poverty and unemployment rates. These interconnected issues paint a complex picture of a region in need of urgent attention and support. However, amidst these challenges, we have also highlighted the potential for progress. Successful initiatives in sustainable agriculture and renewable energy demonstrate that positive change is possible. Regional cooperation and partnerships can further enhance development efforts, paving the way for a more stable and prosperous Sahel. It is clear that collective action is essential. By working together, both locally and internationally, we can address these pressing issues and unlock the region's potential. We encourage you to engage with this content by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and sharing it with others who may be interested in learning about the Sahel. Your support helps raise awareness and fosters discussions around these critical topics. Additionally, be sure to explore our related content to gain deeper insights into the challenges and opportunities within the Sahel region. Together, we can contribute to a brighter future for the Sahel and its resilient communities. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.